FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to a new video for our new player guide series. As I haven't had as much content as late for the new player guide series, but I was hit with an idea for a video to have the other evening while playing with some fellow people. And that is, how do you hide your profile? You may notice that there are players, if you go to look at their profile, look at their stats, that player's profile is hidden. And he was not sure how to do that, so I kind of walked him through it so he was able to find it and do it. So I thought, probably should make a video on this because likely he's not alone and wondering how do you make your profile private, or what are the other settings with that. So if you're on the World of Warships server website domain, so for myself, I mainly play on NA, so I'm on the NA worldofwarships.com. If I was on EU, I would, for my EU account, I'd make sure I was on the World of Warships EU site. But you can see I'm already logged in here. And what you're going to want to do is click on players. And when you do this, it's actually going to, if you're signed in already, it'll take you right to your own profile. If it is not logged into your profile already, you'll just see you can enter a player name, or it won't start with your profile, and you can just simply log in, and then you can probably do that through the window up here. You can see log out, there'll be an option to log in. And you can do so in going into your profile, because you can't do this, if I'm not mistaken, you cannot do this from the game windows. We're actually being in port from World of Warships, but you have to do it through the website of whatever server you're on. So here you can see my profile, everything's here, and underneath your name and your registration date of whenever you started playing, there is profile privacy public. So if I just click on that, you get a list of settings here. So I can make the profile as is right now, it's public. I can make the profile private, and I can click make it available to clanmates, so my clanmates are able to see it if I want them to. I can make the profile is only available via a link, so only those who I decide that I want to share my profile settings with, I can do that through this window. Myself, I just have mine public. I can get into a little bit of why some people like to make their profile private. But that is how you do it. You simply do that, so I could just switch it over to private, and then I'd click save, and then it'd take me back into the main window, and we're done. So that is how you make your profile private. Now, why would someone want to make their profile private? Well, it can be for a multitude of reasons. One of the players I was talking with, talked about, back in the day, when you weren't playing all this online. I mean, there was never a way that you could actually review someone's statistics back in the day. And now with these online gaming accounts and such, you have this. So he just made his private from the get-go, essentially. Some people just don't care or want others to be able to review what their profile settings or what their statistics are. And if you can hear that in the background, it's raining and quite windy right now. Others might just be, they're tired of maybe being trolled or, let's say, harassed with their statistics. Some people who just don't want to share their statistics will make their profile privacy private. And then if someone doesn't like how you played in the battle and they try to look at your stats, then they get frustrated over that, and they might end up private messaging you like, haha, I know why you have your profile private. It's because you're ashamed of your stats, or whatever the reason might be. But that's normally what it is. I mean, even like if you look at my account as an example, like I still get harassed about my player profile statistics. And normally what I get harassed about is the number of battles I've played. So for myself, I've only played 2,057 random battles, 900 ranked, a good decent number of co-op battles, the ranked battles legacy, and then this doesn't even take into account like operations, because I've played a lot of operation scenarios and stuff. But I get harassed about this number where people will say that I have a rerolled account. A rerolled means, let's say you started with an account, you figured out the basics, and then you no longer play on that account and you play a new account just to have a higher win rate or XP earnings or whatever it may be. And so they accuse me every now and then of having a rerolled account, or that I bought this account actually. I've been accused of that as well. And that's not the case. And I tell people, if they want to see what my rerolled account looks like, go look at in my EU server win rate, because it's much higher than this. But I get harassed about this number, even if all these other things are online. So people will troll you no matter what. They'll try to get whatever helps them feel better about themselves. If they just didn't like something you did in the game or in battle, it doesn't matter what it looks like. People are just going to be negative. So even if I made my profile private, right, people would still probably message me. It's like, haha, I see why you made your profile private. It's because you suck and you don't want people to know what it is. So people will always be people. They will blame others for things that happen in the game, where it's always the team's fault. It's never their own fault for a reason why a match went sideways or was a complete loss, whatever the case may be. So those are just some examples of why people might want to make their profile private. And to me, I just have mine public because I don't really care when people do harass me, because the number of battles played, ideally you'd probably be like 5,000-10,000, something like that. But I don't play every single day, and when I do, it might be anywhere from 3 to 10 battles I might do in one day. Just really varies, honestly. But when they tease me about this, I just say, oh, my apologies, I have a life outside of the game. So there's all those type of things. So with all that being said, again, if you want to make your profile private, just log on to World of Warships, the website, domain server you're on. So for myself, it's NA, or if it's EU, if it's Asia, log in, look at your player profile, and then you'll be able to see right underneath your in-game name, you can make the profile private, only available via link, or private and available to clanmates. So that's going to wrap up today's short video. So if you appreciated this video, let me know. You can do so by giving the video a like. Consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. I try to do some of these fundamental things. And so I also welcome to suggestions if you want me to cover something, if I've not already covered it, and you can just search on my channel if you thought of something, and maybe look to see if I've already done it or not, because sometimes that is the case. So until next time, take care.